I do not know her. But when escaping the wilderness, I realized our souls intertwined. They were mixed like a drink, devoid of Mickey or Mallory. Natural born killers awaken before dawn. Walks away from Punchy's shadow, much like rain running away. Gutters complicated. Circumcision. Clean me out or clean her out. Just remember to write your number on the bill of goods. A child's copper coins sink down into a unified fountain of momentum in bliss. As our wishes flounder like possessive hairdressers who flaunt their low self-esteem like fish who are in need of an attitude adjustment. Should have seen the very one that got away, bigger than a mammoth excuse. Brighter than a Japanese lantern. Thank you, Van Gogh, for dying for our pastel, watercolor, or oil, acrylic. Sin. A child comes to me at night. I'm half and half awake. I'm half asleep. And when this child reaches out as its chocolate smudged fingers, I learned something more about sweet life and the Helen Hutchley Godiva chocolate, Dairyman, hillside temptation that lie within. Lie, go ahead and lie within. You're gonna need me someday. My heart running on time, much like a slow. We learn 2 + 2 = 4. And how transgression and repentance contrast one another. Becoming familiar with Goldilocks and her 3 fuzzy wuzzy guardian, shaman, angelic, music collector, Mike Emref. So, I want to talk about your cat. I want to talk about veterinary school. I want to talk about the way she smells. I want to talk about you. The myth goes something like this. The beast had red eyes, worn like a sun visor. It's believed once it grabbed onto your neck, it would suck out your inside without even losing a breath. It was seen in Puerto Rico and in Miami. I believe it's coming for you. The poetry cuts like a scout knife as your senses explode. Like Rilke said ages ago, I am learning to see. You could exercise my demons, but then you might exercise my angels. An angelic pose, a caffeinated holiday, a decaffeinated. I'm in pain, I'm in misery, but I'm okay. You see through your rainbow colors, they so fit you. You got a halo like a coconut lifesaver, it covers you. You enlighten me. devil's advocate, existence. We sleep in the right, we're sleeping in the right, right. A former desolate man strikes a chord, starting this revolution. Learning to see before the train wallpaper was even removed from the embryo-like subway car I was born in. Shooting iced tea into my veins. I was a California beach bum chick way before she left her dirty laundry on my doorstep, like Moses. Some Pharaoh's daughter picked it up. Yeah. I never met a fiery bush I didn't agree with. I get along with shrubbery.
Traffic.
Shrubbery. Like you wouldn't believe. Jam. Strawberry jam.
Traffic.
Jam. Preserves.
We will now begin. Well, folks, it's no secret that we all get cheated sooner or later. By natural causes, by falling meteors, by mankind force, by dead-end job.
Seeking muse, creative, intelligent, single white male, 27, hazel eyes, shoulder length, auburn hair, enjoys open mics, Dylan and Van Gogh.
Van Gogh?
Van Gogh. In search of slim, attractive, free-thinking woman, 25 to 36.
By Sunoco.
For inspired times.
By Forbes caskets. By illness, by car crash.
How do I show you I'm not some young punk looking for a good time and some loose screws to tighten?
By spaceship crash. Well, folks, it's no secret. We all get cheated.
Unless the government calls, you'll be eliminated before the audience's drooling, non-responsive American face.
I was flush, had $400, but I knew I'd be cheated out of it.
Bloody Sunday, not just another days of the work week. We look forward to an unencumbered weekend. Unless the governor calls, you'll be eliminated before the audience's drooling, non-responsive American face.
Went out to private party, was assaulted by weirdo. Shoulder is fucking killing me. Guy jumped me on the asphalt.
You casual enough to pass this leisurely audition? Skipped his piss test, plays air guitar with his or her elephant nuts dangling in the ghostly, ghastly wind. Your hands are so white.
He claims to have met me after hours when nobody is responsible for their words. No one knows nouns, proverbs, adjectives.
Defeat replaces victory, and it's no secret. The majority decides a negative attitude. is more cost effective. It's no secret. Boring, so full of venom. And hey, are we heading toward the moon? Yet another undiscovered campsite where red ants carry inferior machinery to a made-over, made-up fairy tale? Lover of claustrophobic, it's no secret, once upon a time, loss.
Lawrence is like Vegas. It is like a little oasis in the middle of nowhere. A lot of states out west are devoid of cities and towns. Out there, nothing.
Treat your loved ones, yourself, like a vending machine.
On to Denver. The landmass was changing.
Loneliness, diversion, we can no longer afford to press forward.
Next stop, Vancouver. 2 days off, 3 to get there. After leaving Denver, we get that nothing out here reality again. Hit Montana border a few days later. Lady at liquor store informs us there's no speed limit in Montana during the day.
It's your convictions you must protect, and not some silly word game. Vanna, can we please have a vowel like a thief in the night, and not some silly word game like a thief in the night? I need a vowel.
Mountainous Northwest Territory. Over Continental Divide. Over it.
Unless the governor calls, you'll be eliminated for the audience's drooling, non-responsive American face.
Mountainous Northwest Territory. Over Continental Divide. 9,000 feet up. Snow. Ice. Spot Jerry Falwell and 2 CIA guys standing on the side of the road. I plow them down and keep right on it going.
This may very well be the way it's gonna be. Some guy in a nifty baseball cap and silver-crossed boot, reaffirming all my positive actions, is Arizona and Nevada,
The road
loom
is
in the
not for
present-day
everybody.
future. He is aided by a true carefree angel.
The road
while
is
like
not
a
for
stormtrooper,
everybody.
I storm the gates of an unimpressed dawn.
The road is not for everybody. Few hours sleep in haunted motels, dead souls in the desert.
Sundance, the dance of ceremony, as a new company stencils impression in cloud and bruised awakening. I'm ever so thankful for your present state of call-letter blues. Flux. Flux.
Sold out,
Flux.
pandemonium.
Flux.
The bodies pushed
Flux.
up against the stage like
Flux.
salmon.
Flux.
Hungry salmon.
Flux.
Young salmon.
You are forever low, when desperation is the only mode of transport. And I begin hiking through valley, desert, prairie.
Mercury Cafe. Place painted day glow like coffee house I went to in 72.
I knew Michael Landon. He told me that originally Little House on the Prairie was going to be called Little House on a Harley Davidson. The network wouldn't buy it. I knew Michael Landon.
The Mercury Cafe was a big house on the prairie. Owner lady cooked us an incredible meal.
Warrior written real big on the side of an RV. $5 given to me by a guy named Lyle. And then the water's fixed. This rest area has become yet another temporary home. The reason I could not get up and just leave is because I'm meant to be here. As the saliva drips off your cigar.
Mercury Cafe. Owner lady cooks us an incredible meal.
I'm going to Sacramento. Want to ride?
She'd make a nice wife for somebody, but I don't plan on moving to Denver soon.
Unless the governor calls, you'll be eliminated before the audience's drooling, non-responsive American face.
On to Denver, the landmass was changing. Got to Denver early on the 29th. Denver was clean, but we found a nice seedy bar near the State House.
How do I show you commercials for salvation? I'm not some young punk fodder for excuses of the day, looking for a good time and everything set free on an open range. Some loose screws to tighten, soon dies out or multiplies. Soon dies out or multiplies. I was brought up to play the blues. And you know this to be so. 'Cause I told you so. And no way and no how. And you are what I so we make hurricane mistakes. Non-responsive action, trading in our
detour
backsides for rawhide,
disinfectant,
chewing gum. and our perfect lives are not perfect. So we mac hurricane mistakes, non-responsive actions, trading in our backsides for rawhide chewing gum. And our perfect lives are not perfect. So we, and no way, and no how. And you are what I need, like, require, cannot even begin to get along with. Need, like, require, cannot even begin to get along with. With. Take it away, Jim. Tip, toe, through two lips. Regions requiring constant affection, but you said you uttered these very words to my authentic dismay. I'm no good at taking care of another's blown away, buried boy's secret insecurities. And I said, fuck all that, we gotta get on with the show. Quoting the last Roger Waters, the best Roger Waters I'd ever known. You see, I believe we are all starlings, ugly little ducklings, doing our very best to stay off a poison silver screen, a hard pill to swallow. Your myth can become a most difficult pill to swallow, and all you see is constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses. I remember you, 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 I remember you. A mistaking beauty. Maybe she's a church, maybe her forever clean, infinitely washed away, invisible tear-lined hands are touching my home face. This ain't no dream. Dreams are no longer counterfeit, and when throwing yourself into dream state, you're more than likely going to surrender yourself. Go right ahead and surrender yourself. The 24-hour ATM car wash machine. I'm sleeping with angels, I'm sleeping with myself. Inside one's broken apart soul, forget-me-not, never dampering spirits. And when her antelope breasts grace anointed mouth cavity, I become more aware of how childish and childlike we become when accepting blessing, never to return home again. Mama, I'm never gonna return home again. And when the trolley ran over John Lennon, Julia, Julia, mother, that's when the White Album was really truly conceived. It had nothing to do with Yoko, it had nothing to do with breathing underwater, nothing. Home is a house atop an invisible prairie where intangible wishes become tangible breath. A breath of God, Christopher, quickly turning into breathlessness. So what? Who cares? I care so devoutly for your stained mouth, stained with tobacco juices from a long forgotten, memorized, impressed man who you've had a hard time separating yourself from. Stained with his abuse, the color of OJ juice, black night words that pound against your bruised and battered whipped cream, lapdog thighs.
Didn't you meet God on a Greyhound bus? Didn't you meet God on a Greyhound bus? You mentioned Smedley's on your Every Grain of Sand tape.
Every grain of sand.
I do listen to your tapes. And nobody holds a gun to my head when I do. But what happens when money and flesh are not enough?
I don't know, you should sing that song.
Yeah. Let's sing this song.
Would you know money? Could you do that?
It's one of the it's the name of a song.
Did you
Coming
sing
out- Yeah, it's coming out on a CD.
Okay, but we should go ahead and sing that.
No, that's okay.
Come on. It'd be a great.
The first line is,
I've seen the light bulb hanging by your head.
that's the first line.
Oh, come on.
Let's do the first line of this.
Okay. Then sing that song.
I'll play the version.
Okay. No. Play the song. It sounded
It's
great.
on my album Self-Portrait.
Come on, do that song. Go. You know you want it.
Let's
I-
record a brand new one.
I tried to get Terry. I wanted to tell Terry about that.
God's getting ready to wink his eye and flood the earth, and we have to lay this song down.
Okay, but first sing the song. Okay,
No.
we possibly do that song after I read this.
Let this meeting come to order.
Would you do that, maybe?
Get your foot out of that afterbirth, man. God.
Hey, Trax, they ripped the placenta out of that gazelle like an African butt snatch. Anyway, would you do that, maybe, possibly?
Yeah, after we do this song.
Okay, possibly.
Possibly.
Okay, Chinese roulette.
Impossibly.
Chinese roulette. This is more than a declaration of independence.
This is more.
Declaration, proclamation of independence.
This is more
Than a letdown,
This is more
than a put upon,
This is more
than a thoughtless, never forgiving family.
This is more than you can handle.
Martyrs, misanthropic, smothering, mothering, monstrous machine. Change,
This is
shackle
more
against one's better
This is
judgment.
more
This is strong,
This is more
strong
than the listener can
together
handle.
remote, passionate
This is more
wistfulness. I
This is
reach every
more
27 days
This is more
for a brief 15 seconds. 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 Seconds.
Seconds.
Your time is up.
Seconds.
Your time is
Turned to
up.
minutes.
Your time is up.
Minutes turned to
Your time
hours.
is up. When money and
Hours.
money and
Turn
flesh are not enough.
into days.
Are not enough.
Days.
No. No.
Turn into nightmares.
No. Blessed ones, inner demon, gave oneself expansive kind of million room to make a freshly rolled out expansive mistake and never pretend. Giving yourself the briefest of the benefit of a doubt. We were driving around. Yeah, it was Sunday. What we had harvested was in bloom. Your power steering was acting up. Your transmission fluid was leaking onto the pavement. Still, a crush began very, very soon, contracted into a second like an elephant crushing a star system.
This is more. This is more
than an elephant
This is more
crushing a star
than
system.
most people can handle.
We felt absolutely magical when we were like caterpillar astronauts transformed into a universe of soaking wet butterfly kisses. Flutter on by.
more than most people can handle.
I'll never forget how you fluttered on by,
This is more.
giving yourself so obviously away.
This is more.
While your children, Terry, they presented to us Halo prop plane ambitions, constructed from Lego and learned poise. Oh God, yes, it was your body language that expressed so avidly to me a ghost most envious of worthy intentions. While Jim sings a new song, I'm trying to attempt to get him to sing. 'Cause when he sings acoustically, my ears begin to ring. My ears begin to ring. My ears begin to
Ring. I've seen the light bulb hanging by your head. It illuminates part of you, the part I least understand. I understand your insides, it's your flesh I wonder about. 21st century specimen, all laid out like a catalog. If I could do it all over again, if I could see you in a different light, if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't. When money and flesh are not enough. When money and flesh are not enough. Another day awaits us all. Amidst the discontented, the precious and the help. I understand your insides, it's your flesh I wonder about. First century specimen, all laid out like a catalog. When money and flesh are not enough. When money and flesh are not enough. When money and flesh are not enough. By your head. It illuminates part of you, the part I least understand. I understand your insides, it's your flesh I wonder about. 21st century specimen, all laid out like a catalog. When money and flesh are not enough. When money and flesh are not enough. When money and flesh are not enough. How was that?
To formulate a single thought and magnify it by 20-fold is to understand that which makes suffering quantifiable, as if to figure into it the very consequence by which a switch works, turn on, turn off. One then begins to clearly take note of an event and further events which are life-changing. One must never disregard the power of enlightenment at any level of understanding.
Walked a rugged mile. Donuts are covered in the whitest powdered sugar he could find, maybe even a chocolate one or two. And for this love, I pray it's covered in the most precious of gems and given him the peace of mind and heart he deserves, like thirsty crops deserve God's most refreshing rain.
The terrain had changed. We were all fair game. We were moved by the movement that the rear view gave. In a Chinese hat with a baseball bat, I beat you down. I'm tired now. In a sparkle suit in the boiler room, in a fake gray lake that the French all ate. In the spokes of a wheel, we found the real deal. Mild-mannered, skeptical gaze, a career girl juiced in a psychotic age. Fate will be kind to you as you leap from the roof, and God will come and clear the room. And your old man showed up with a belt and a gun. We gassed up the car.
The desert came. She was radioactive. You were transfixed by glowing bees that the transistors saved. In a diamond mine with a football helmet. In gold lame. On a road of miles, atop a planet's face that the druggist laced through treads of radial. I tripped again, coke, dick, latent oppression, a friendly dwarf, jaded through and through. Destiny will be good to you as you cling to the frozen wall, and God will come and set up the pieces again. And your brother made the round with a dull razor and self-adhesive tape. We gassed up the UFO.
The host was wearing a sparkle suit, and Teresa was ensconced in the lily pads. The terrain had changed, but we'd shot up a flare. The desert was quiet, and Teresa was bare.
Nothing to prove. She has absolutely nothing to prove. And the alarm was turned low because the fix up guy lived next to a Dairy Queen and not a train. And the asteroid women sedately made waves with performance boys with red receivers for heirs. The flare did no good because everyone was conditioned to ignore the apocalypse. Lily pads hid no grief, and Teresa went home with a thief who frequented Don Pablo's.
6:35 a.m. Yeah, poor Mel, anyway. I was on the net. It informed me that the host was not responding. I got a bit worried, but the thoughts of Teresa in the pomegranates wilted the very dream of Tristessa crossing the border. It's not a lot, but a good seaman could take care of the babe and take her to Jersey. The terrain had indeed changed. Small breasts are $5 each, and though I'm here for the first set, my compadre is Snoozeville. They swore that they would bring the cart around tomorrow. John Sayles will be present and will be handing out mate warning stickers. Feel lucky it's Victoria MC2. And if Susan shows up, Albert's Hall can take a day off. The rank strangers are close by. The tour bus is hovering.
Apricots frozen, tapping on pain. The taste of sand in our mouths. At this point, civilization was a joke. All swell on the lunar scape, and all may rise for Sister Ray Teresa. Least we can do is make sure you're tucked tightly in, and pray the lions do not pass into the ether perimeter. Atop shocking pink triangles of terrain, we sip whiskey out of tarnished goblets. When and how we made it through without alerting Leonard, our little transpired and sweating secret. His mother's condominium has moved.
Do you love me? Do you love me? Come on, I gotta know. Do you love me? Want to be part of my trial? A free thing for the crucifixion. You have any doubts? You hold any doubts? Game of sport. Come on, let me in on your secret. Secret. You hold doubts. Anything certain I should know about. A hidden trust. A fleeting smile. Someday, and it does smile. Come back here. Never grieve. Openly in public gardens. Game of sport. Flies. Now dead men you collected. The moat a slippery transport. Like a raindrop in a heavy storm. How to sing. You ever want separation? Yearn for the other side of the Shepard road. You love me. I gotta know right now. Put aside amusement like a child. I want to go play in the park. Play Monopoly. You took all my money. In the schoolyard. Red brick. Roundabout, want to cheat on you. On myself. Want to cheat on you. See you on a swing set.
You go now.
Living in love, surviving in hate. have to die, there can be no escape. We still have to die, there can be no escape. Surviving in love, surviving in hate. Clock in, clock out, 40 hours a week. Our lives being spent with no real truth to speak. Surviving in love, surviving in hate. Not a moment too late, he came to save. Lost his life, now we have no name. Surviving in hate. Insanity welcome, were I never sane. Keeping alert in a desert of pain. Surviving in love, surviving in hate. Keeping alert on a desert of pain. No trust, no loyalties, insanity blind. His people are hunted by the hounds of mankind. Motivation's great, purpose is lost. If I trust your ideas, how great is the cost? Motivation's great, but purpose is lost. If I trust your ideas, how great is the cost? Does it all make sense? Does it all make sense? Lend your powers to see. Can you not understand? Can't you just let it be? Can't you just let it be? Surviving in love, surviving in hate. Still have to die, there can be no escape. Can you not understand? Can't you just let it be? No trust, no loyalties, insanity blind. These people are hunted by the hounds of mankind. Motivation's great, but purpose is lost. If I trust your ideas, how great is the cost? Surviving in love, surviving in hate, surviving in love, surviving in hate.
For Joni's last number, I want to bring Fed up here on drums before he leaves. We'll move it over. Joni's going to do this thing that Bob Schaefer, who was playing drums back here with Greener Skies, he let us come over one time and do this monster CD called Blue Monster. And we're going to do something from that with a little different. It's going to be Jack and Fed and Joni, and I'm just going to sneak in here. And then Martha's up. And Julia is going to read a few poems. Susan Carroll's here. She said she has no ego. We'll see. It's all right. I always thought that Susan was John the Baptist. This is also for Jim. It's called There's a Void in My Life, but it's really called Summertime, and it's really Joni. Testing 1, 2.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high, it's so high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's so good looking.
There's a void in my life,
So high,
the shape of a brave cloud.
little baby.
And I'm not entirely sure how to deal with this loss. And I'm not entirely sure who I miss more, you or me.
One of these mornings,
Not hearing your answering machine messages,
you're gonna
or being fortunate enough to witness
singing,
you cut this room like a silent knife,
and you
hell-bent
you're gonna spread
on
your
scoring
wings,
either a doll baby
and you'll take
or drugs.
to the sky,
These feelings
the
of
sky,
loss
to
are
the
drenched
sky.
in the absence of your sweat,
But
and it kills me
until
quite slowly
that
and quite
morning,
definitely.
Nothing,
The way
nothing,
you grab the guitar
nothing
like it was just another tool.
is gonna harm
You
you.
to get the job done.
So
It presses the hell out of me.
hush,
You
hush,
were and still are the only being
hush,
I
hush.
know.
Hush,
Hush now,
hush, little
hush
baby.
now, hush now.
Don't
Don't
you
cry. Hush now,
cry.
hush now,
One of these mornings,
hush now.
you're gonna rise up singing.
The times when you praise my work
So
with
hush,
descriptions only your flaming
Little baby.
giraffe brain could concoct.
don't,
I was
don't
flattered
you
and incredibly shocked, for I never would have guessed
Don't,
you'd invest
don't,
so much attention
don't,
to my meager
don't,
deeds. There's
don't
a
you
gaping God-shaped hole cry in my life. Hush now. And I reckon it'll never properly become filled. Nor lessened,
little baby,
nor lessened,
hush,
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 nor lessened.
hush.
You made up your mind, and I miss you, Jim. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I can't get it.